It's episode 6 of my series, Buy and Try, where I find vintage dishes at the thrift store that have recipes on them, and then I make that exact recipe. Today's one of my fave, lemon meringue. I opted for a deep dish because I wanted this baby full. Grabbed all the ingredients and we're ready to go. Had a bit of a rough start getting the pastry into the dish, but you know what? I was like, this is dough. I am a creator. Dough is my medium. I can put this back together. So I just kind of like smushed around. Plus, no one's going to see this, okay? It's going to be underneath and doesn't matter. No one will see her again. I pricked the dough all over and then put it in the oven for 16 minutes. But look at the state of the dish when it came out. It's like all brown and cracked. I think this might be a decoration dish and not a baking dish. Anyways, look at my cute new measuring spoons. Love those. So then I started on the filling. Went in with the flour and sugar, lots and lots of sugar. She's sweet. Added salt and water and a cornstarch slurry. I found out there is a name for this technique. So this is a really handy thing to do. Added that all together and then I mixed. I was meant to mix it till it went clear. It was taking a long time, but I was just hoping for the best. So then I needed to separate the egg yolk from the egg white. And this is where things get a little bit probably infuriating to watch. Normally, if I were to separate egg yolks, I use a water bottle, but like I'm just such a green household. I don't have a single water bottle I can use. So I had to go in with my hands and I was like, that does not feel like the best method. So I looked up how to do it and I needed like a slotted spoon. However, these slots were a little too wide for my yolk. So it was a little chaotic. I had to stop filming because I knew this was going to be so annoying to watch. Nevertheless, I persisted and I got the yolks and whites separated. I gave the yolks a little beating, just slightly. And then I grated the lemon for the lemon zest. Look at that satisfying rectangle. And the filling was not thickening, but I was like, okay, I just got to move on to the next step because I've been cooking it for way longer than it asked. So then I just, really hoped it would thicken up. So I added the fresh lemon juice I had from a previous dessert I made. So that was nice. And mixed everything together, the butter, the zest up your life. And it was smelling good, smelling fresh, citrusy. And then I started on the meringue topping. I've never made meringue before, and I think it looks much harder than it is. It was actually extremely simple to make. So thankfully that came out really well. Nice peaks, nice and fluffy, very simple to make actually. Just add everything, the sugar one by one. I did have to look up this recipe online because this didn't include that. And my lemon was just not thickening. I kept it simmering and simmering for so long and it just would not thicken. And finally I was like, okay, I kind of got to admit defeat here and just go with it. This seemed very soupy, very liquidy. It also didn't spread evenly because my pastry was off kilter. I then added the meringue. Thankfully, this looked gorgeous and this was going to hide my lemon soup. So put that in the oven for literally 1 minute broiling and it came out toasty, gorgeous. But I was like, I think I'm going to wait overnight for this to set because right now it's literally lemon soup. As you can see, things got off kiltered again. I can't lie to you, my hopes weren't high. I could kind of see that the lemon was still pretty liquidy, but I'm such an optimist. I hope for the best. Okay, let's give it a try. The flavor was really good. The perfect lemon, tart but sweet, but the consistency, obviously, it's soup. Maybe if you cover your eyes, you'd enjoy, but it's I'm not going to serve this to someone, embarrassing. I want it to be like this woman loving it, but I can't say I recommend this recipe.